Leonard Nimoy's final Star Trek appearance has major ramifications for the Kelvin timeline's USS Discovery. Leonard Nimoy's final on-screen appearance as Spock in Star Trek Into Darkness 2013 may have been brief, but its impact resonates far beyond the emotional weight of his cameo. Not only did it serve as a farewell to a legendary character, but it also subtly reshaped the foundation of the Kelvin timeline, particularly when considering the USS Discovery and its place within that alternate universe. While Discovery has, so far, remained confined to the Prime timeline, the implications of Nimoy's final message suggest a powerful connective tissue that could redefine its presence in the Kelvin universe. The context of Spock Prime's farewell. When Leonard Nimoy's Spock, known to Kelvin fans as Spock Prime, appears in Into Darkness, it is under dire circumstances. Faced with the return of Khan Noonien Singh, Zachary Quinto's younger Spock turns to his elder self for guidance. Spock Prime, having once battled Khan in the original timeline, solemnly informs his counterpart that while he swore never to interfere, this moment is different. Khan is simply too dangerous to ignore. This brief conversation acts as Nimoy's last contribution to the franchise and concludes his character's arc in the Kelvin timeline. He delivers his final lesson with the weight of a man who has lived through cataclysms, reunifications, and personal sacrifices. But this interaction also seeds a lasting legacy. Spock Prime's presence, and the knowledge he shares, permanently alters the Kelvin timeline's development. That knowledge, in turn, is bound to influence the future of Starfleet's most advanced ship, the USS Discovery. Spock Prime's knowledge, a dangerous butterfly effect. Spock Prime carries a lifetime of information from the Prime timeline. He knows about events centuries into the future, the Klingon Federation alliance, the Dominion War, the Borg threat, and the creation of the Spore Drive. He knows of Section 31 secrets, the rise of the Burn in the 32nd century, and the ultimate fate of countless Federation initiatives. In the hands of someone like Spock, this knowledge might be used responsibly. But in the turbulent Into Darkness Kelvin universe, where paranoia, revenge, and unchecked ambition shape Starfleet, this information could be weaponized. Spock Prime's decision to remain on New Vulcan until his death suggests he kept much of his knowledge to himself. However, the seeds he planted, especially those he passed on to young Spock, could easily have inspired research paths far more advanced than the original timeline allowed. This includes early investigations into interdimensional travel and propulsion technologies akin to the Spore Drive, pioneered aboard the Discovery in the Prime timeline. The Kelvin timeline's accelerated innovation. The Kelvin timeline was always more technologically aggressive than the Prime one. After the destruction of Vulcan in Star Trek 2009, Starfleet diverted massive resources toward innovation and militarization. Starships like the USS Vengeance, a dark mirror to the Enterprise, were designed not for exploration but domination. Now imagine this same Starfleet getting even the faintest idea of what Spock Prime knows about the Discovery's Spore Drive, an engine capable of instantaneous travel across the galaxy or even into alternate timelines. With Khan's enhanced intellect on record, Section 31's black operations unchecked, and Starfleet in a near-constant state of panic, the Spore Drive wouldn't just be a curiosity. It would become a race against time. Spock Prime may not have disclosed the full truth, but he did open the door to temporal awareness. His very existence proved that timelines could collide. And if one alternate future can leak into the Kelvin timeline, then Starfleet would eventually attempt to seize control of that instability. A Kelvin USS Discovery, inevitable or doomed? In theory, the Kelvin timeline Starfleet could create its own version of the USS Discovery far earlier than the Prime universe did. With greater urgency and a stronger focus on weapons development, their Discovery might not be a vessel of exploration, but a ghost ship of scientific overreach. The core crew, Burnham, Saru,